Hey, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Elevation Call, and it's a special July 4th weekend, actually July 2nd, but there's like 5 days that qualify for July 4th.
Big weekend.
So this is you guys are on holiday pay tonight. Aren't you excited about that? It means like double pay, right? Right, Hal?
Actually, that's part of the promotion.
That's part of the promotion. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in tonight and just welcome you guys. Again, we're going to talk just a little bit about freedom. I'm going to have Hal talk to a little bit about that. And then we're going to dive into just the practical, what's going on in the month of July to help you guys have more freedom.
Yeah, we're going to change up our plan for Elevation Call tonight. We're going to go back a little bit to what we used to do. We're going to give more time tonight actually to our business and our business model. But let's talk for just a minute in the beginning of the call about what this weekend's about. I'm not going to talk about it in terms of history so much, independence and fighting for freedom, but on the topic of fighting for freedom, what I want to say is this, is that we would not have the freedoms that we have. We would not be where we are in the world today. We would not have the freedoms that we have had it not been fought for, and by generations before us, has given us the freedoms that we have. And then to hold those freedoms, they have had to be fought for as well. And when we win those freedoms, we celebrate that. We celebrate the outcomes of the fighting for freedom. And that's what we celebrate this weekend for us. Last week, this time was Juneteenth, and I recognize Juneteenth as another fighting for freedom. And so that is celebrated. So here in June, we have had in June and then the 1st of July, we've had the opportunity as a nation to celebrate the victories in freedom. And tonight, what we're going to do is spend a little time, some training and some opportunities, a deeper dive in the opportunity, the fresh, new, feels like everything's different kind of thing. And this is another example of that, what is being brought to us by some decisions at Zilis to give us some opportunities to fight for our freedom and to help other people fight for their freedom. So one of the things that I want to say about that is that I think all of us could realistically imagine how at times in fighting for freedom of any kind, there was loss and there was setback and there was a huge amount of fear, I'm sure at times, in deciding of how we're going to move forward, what we're going to do to win the victory of our freedom. And so a lot of fear there. I think prior, in many cases, and it's true today, when we're looking at fighting for any kind of freedom for ourselves or gaining freedom, obtaining freedom to the point that we can truly celebrate it and enjoy it, I think in the beginning, there's often doubt. And the idea of doubt, just a simple idea of doubt can very quickly grow into fear. And that's what I want to talk about tonight, is that we have an opportunity to fight for a different kind of freedom right now with Zilis, for you to fight for your own financial freedom and maybe the freedom of others. And I think in the very beginning of hearing this, we can get excited, but unfortunately, many times in the midst of the fight, we can have doubt whether we can win, whether we can accomplish what we set out to do or what others are doing. And so that doubt grows into fear. And that is really, truly the thing. Doubt, a little simple doubtful thought, if we don't discard that thought and change our mind about it, it will grow into fear, and then fear grows into anxiety, and then anxiety grows into not really running from the opportunity, or just sitting on the opportunity, watching it pass by. And then we almost have a self-fulfilling prophecy of, see, I told you, I doubted it would happen, or whatever it is. And so tonight, what I want to say is that for those in the past who have earned and fought, and we celebrate the freedoms that we have, just realize that everyone had doubts and everyone had fear, but they had to discard their doubts. They had to change their minds and keep it changed. Like, you got to be vigilant to keep your doubts changed. And then you have to face the fear. You have to run at it. And you don't run at fear in your mind. You have to literally take action. So discard the doubt, face the fear with action. And then finally, you have to embrace or find and then embrace your faith, your version of what faith is, in order to keep the doubt away, to keep it discarded, to run at with action the things that we fear, or that we might be excited about to run out. We have to have faith to do that. So embracing that faith, whatever that faith and belief is, and sometimes it's faith and belief in other people. They believe, I'm not sure I believe, but I'm going to trust their belief. I'm going to trust their belief that they know what they're doing and that they're blazing the trail, and I'm going to go right behind them. But in many cases, it takes faith to blaze your own trail in these times. So anyway, that's how I think freedom has often been fought for, and earned and won on a national scale, and now we're talking about an individual scale, and maybe even beyond us as a company moving forward. So anyway, did you want to say anything more about that?
I was just going to say that one of the reasons that I have loved this industry almost 20 years is just because I, as a mom, wanted my own lifestyle freedom. I didn't want anyone to tell me I had to go to a certain place for a certain amount of time. Having done 12-hour night shift weekend holidays as a nurse, I really, really wanted my own lifestyle freedom. And then finding that a health company like Zilis can also provide an additional amount of health freedom, medical freedom. What has been the best part is not just creating that financial freedom, but helping teach other people through the platform of Zilis, teaching financial freedom. And that is one of the reasons I'm excited. Teaching entrepreneurship is really kind of what we that's kind of the way we explain it, because if you think about it, like I didn't have an entrepreneurship background. I was trained as a medical professional, and that's very black and white. So for me, it's taken a lot of years to learn entrepreneurship, to own my own business and to have the mindset in order to do that. So
and to develop the skills toward helping not only yourself, but other people to develop that same entrepreneurial, not just spirit, but skills, the entrepreneurial spirit, see if you can find that in ourselves, and then developing the skills and the understanding. A few weeks ago, I taught on Monday night on the Freedom Call about trains, planes, and automobiles, right? But driving your car on the daily, that's a skill that you develop when you are an entrepreneur. You have to, owning your own business and in Zilis business, but loading the train in and loading people onto the train. If you're going to become a leader that leads other people, one of the things that I said was a part of becoming a leader is to truly, just a small, one of the parts, but it's an important part. We're going to talk about it tonight, is learning how the compensation plan pays us, and understanding that, because without the understanding of it, we won't pursue it. We will not pursue it in the ways that are available to us. And we certainly can't help other people understand and pursue it. So tonight, with the exciting, truly, genuinely exciting, because it's so diverse, and the opportunity is really there for everyone immediately to generate some income and to seek. It's not, not going to do the financial freedom forever tonight, but it will help you make money, help you pay your bills. It'll help you give a blessing bonus to others, maybe give a blessing to others. It'll help you generate some of the bonus money that they're offering this month. So bills, blessings, and bonus is pretty good. And that's kind of the focus tonight. Bills, blessings, and bonus. Cash for all of that.
Bills, blessings, and bonuses.
Yeah, just made that up.
And so just we're so excited that we have, in 20 years, I've seen some really, really great mentors and leaders within the corporate structure that I was working. And then I've seen some that really were not so great. And I am so blessed on this July 4th weekend to have not only a great new leadership at Zilis, but Luis, who is willing to sacrifice his own personal time to be with us tonight on the call. And Luis has had a really busy weekend. And we've kind of followed him around on Zoom. So we just appreciate the servant leadership that that Zilis is really offering us now with Luis, with Bo, with Christy, and with Shannon. And so, Luis, we're excited to have you. And when do you want to?
So really quickly before we bring you on, because we want to honor your time, we want to hit some housekeeping, important housekeeping for us. These are some wins, and that is we want to recognize the leaderboard really quick from June. And we had 2 people that finished the leaderboard. There was a lot of people running at the leaderboard last month. So Christina Durham out of Indiana, and then at number 12, and Hal and Lisa ended up at number 5 on enrollments last month. And then as far as personal volume last month, we had several. We had Aaron Peters out of Indiana, my mom, Helen Henson out of Arkansas,
85-year-old
Laura McClendon out of Tyler, Texas.
Way to go, Laura.
And then Blue Angel Dental, which is Steve and Jenny Todd, were on that for June. And then this month in July, it's just a few days. Today's just the 2nd.
Yeah.
Well, people got their auto ship in already. Amelia Blair, congratulations for the Blairs.
Number 13.
At number 13, Mary Rising, who always gets hers in right at the first of the month, at number 11. And then once again, my mom, Helen Henson. Isn't that great? Your 85-year-old mom. That's
Helen Henson
right.
And their organization.
So anyway, we wanted to hit that. We always do that with our elevation call and congratulate those. I want to tell you something, guys. You want to be on that leaderboard at the end of this month. I mean, like of all months, over the last year, for sure, you want to be on the leaderboard this month. And Luis, there's 2 different ways in this promotion that we want to break it down, right? And
right. So we'll have you, Luis, come share with us just what are you excited about with July, and how can you guys just keep making it better?
So also, I want to say, Luis, we're doing this Zoom call right now, and we also threw it up on Facebook Live.
We're trying to be as cool as you guys.
We're trying to be as cool as you on Facebook Live for our Team Unlimited at the same time.
That's
so we want to do a shout out to
That's
those
awesome.
who are watching us on Facebook Live tonight while we're doing Zoom at the same time. But Zoom is where you can really see it all right here.
Yeah,
so thank you, Luis.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for your kind words. And, it's always an honor jumping on with Lisa and Hal when they invite me on. And I see, Shelly, you have a chicken on your shoulder. I want to make sure that is right. That is so cool. I recently, my kids recently convinced me of purchasing 7 chickens. So they are still small, and I cannot wait to be able to wear a chicken on a Zoom. That is so cool. So now, if you don't know me, I've been with the company for 5 weeks now, 5 weeks, and guess what? I finally have my Zilis swag. I don't know if you can see it. I finally got mine.
Everybody hold up your Zilis swag.
There you go. I got mine. Angie hooked me up. I got mine. So no, tonight, I know we have a lot to cover. I know, there's a lot of promotions that were rolled out the first. And I am so excited for you guys. I'm so excited for the leadership you have with the leaders that you see here that are always dedicating time to make sure you guys are not only informed, but you guys are able to run for these promotions. And that's our heart behind the promos. We don't want to just roll out promotions to hype people up, but we want to put money in people's pockets. I love how that you mentioned 4th of July. There was a time in my story that I was excited to become a U.S. citizen. If you don't know the journey of a U.S. citizen to become a U.S. citizen, you should look it up because it's very interesting. Like when I moved to the U.S. with a student visa, I prayed. One of my prayers was on my list that I had was becoming a citizen. It took almost 20 years to become a citizen. And the path is not easy. And the path is not cheap. Hiring a lawyer to become a U.S. citizen is expensive. So I share that with you because there was a time when I was doing the business with my wife. That was one of the things that we were running towards bonuses so we could pay our lawyer so I could become a citizen. We were running for, making an extra couple $100 so we could renew my visa. And everybody has a story in this Zoom. Everybody can think of someone that you may know that is needing to become a citizen, that that became a citizen. And this 4th of July, you have an opening for them. You can ask them, hey, like, what are you celebrating? For me and my family, we are patriots. We love this country because of the things it's given us. So thank you for mentioning that, Lisa, and how it's so awesome that, we get to celebrate together tonight. And, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about a training I did a couple of weeks ago, and I try to be short. Some of you guys may know, but I do have 4 kids. I have a picture here of, if I can share my screen, Lisa, if you don't mind. We have 4 kids, and during the pandemic, my wife wanted to build a playhouse. And, when you think of a playhouse, I want you to imagine a playhouse. The training tonight is going to be called The Project. This was a project that my wife had, building a playhouse. So when she told me about the playhouse, I kind of listened to her, and I was like, hey, this is my beautiful wife and my kids. When she told me about the playhouse, I was like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, we can build it, but we can also go to Costco and pick one up, So no, she said, no, we are building a playhouse. So tonight, I want you to think about your playhouse. I want you to think about your project. I want this 2nd of July for you to think about the project that you're building. It may be, just getting healthier. It may be, making a couple $100. It may be running for these promotions. For us at the time was building that playhouse. My wife was tired of the kids playing on screens. She was like, we need to build a playhouse because we don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. So in her mind, she started dreaming and she started visioning the playhouse she wanted, and that's what we have to do. My wife, we, during the pandemic, decided not to be victims. We said, hey, we are going to have success. We're going to do things different, even when the world is telling us we can't have fun. So tonight, I know the world and life may be telling you that you're a victim, but you're here. You're here on this Zoom call for a reason. So you have to choose success tonight. Tonight, you must choose what promotion are you running towards, and which one of these 2 are you going to be celebrating at the end of the month. You also have to have a mental picture of where you want to be at the end of the month. For my wife, she knew exactly what playhouse she wanted. And tonight you have to develop that mental picture that must be tattooed in your brain already on the 2nd. And number 3, you have to do the homework. My wife looked at Pinterest, looked at Facebook, looked at YouTube, looked at all the playhouses she could find. She found different inspiration from different people. Tonight, you have to do the same. You're already doing your homework. I see Gene is here. It's so good to meet you, Gene. See you here, Gene, and I can't wait to see you guys at the end of the month. You have to do the homework. You have to understand the promotions. You have to understand the comp plan. And that doesn't mean you have to be an expert. Right now, all you need to know is like, how do I get the first level of that promotion? How do I unlock $198? How do I enroll $198? And I'll show you that at the end. I'll give you tangibles that you can use to run for these promotions. We had to go to Home Depot. We had to go load the trailer and get, the cedar, get the wood to build this playhouse. Number 4, you have to be a leader. And I know sometimes we see leaders like Lisa and Hal that are here. We see other leaders and we think, hey, we're not a leader. If you are on this Zoom, you are a leader. Michael Blair, you are a leader. I know you guys enroll someone that earned a cruise last month right away. You guys are, if you're on this Zoom, you are a leader. And the way you lead one is the way you lead 1,000. So number 5, succeed or fail all depends on people you're around with. And I tell that to my kids. I tell that to myself. We're very involved with sports, and it's very easy for me to go to the side of the sideline with parents that are negative and fall into the negative mindset of talking about coaches, talking about kids. I choose to be a leader by stepping away and surrounding myself with people that can feed my life. Who are you surrounding yourself this weekend? As you go through 4th of July, who are you going to be surrounding yourself? Is it going to be people that you want to be around? I always ask myself, who am I around? Are they building me up or are they tearing me down? Where am I going? What am I thinking? What am I listening to? What am I becoming? Those are all questions that a leader must ask themselves daily. Surround yourself with people that inspire, support, and challenge you, man. I love being around Hal and Lisa because every Zoom we're on, they challenge me. They make me better. Man, I love being around Bo Short because he not only inspires me, he challenges me to be better. You know, and yes, it's comfortable being around people, you know, that all we do is just talk about sports. You have to have those friends. I'm not telling you don't have friends, but when I started in the industry, man, I had no friends that I could really follow. I had to make new friends, and that's okay. Making new friends, it's okay. I started in the industry when I was 24, and I had no influence over people. So I went and looked for people with influence in my community. Number 6, invest your time wisely to accomplish your project in the next 30 days. You know, for us, we wanted to build that playhouse that summer because my wife said, Juju is going to turn 12. We only have 7 more summers with him, and we want to be able to build this playhouse so we can make memories with him. You know, and building that playhouse was tough. Man, it would have been a lot easier driving to Costco and picking one out. But building that playhouse makes me appreciate that playhouse 10 times more. You know, and as I see that playhouse sitting in the backyard, I know that there's going to be storms that are going to come through. There's going to be great summer nights and summer days that are going to be spent and memories are going to be made in that playhouse. And it took work. And we're so excited that we took on that challenge. And as I show you the playhouse, you know, when I started, if I'm honest, I didn't think the playhouse was going to look this way. I was picturing when my wife told me we're building a playhouse, if I'm honest, I was picturing a tiny little playhouse, you know, that was going to be an eyesore in our backyard. And now when I look at that playhouse, 2-story high, it has everything a kid may want. I am so excited that we took the time to build this project. As I look at the playhouse in our backyard and I see all the details that we crafted and we put in, I'm proud of what we built. When people come and kids come and I see them, our neighbors jumping around and climbing and just having a blast, man, I built that. And it's the only one out there like this. When I see my daughter, Jovi, playing in that playhouse, man, I take mental pictures because when I walk her down the aisle, when she's, you know, 30 plus, she won't be allowed to get married until she's 40 or 50 maybe. You know, like I'm going to have those memories of her playing on this playhouse. And it was so worth the time and energy we put in. It was so worth being around people that knew how to build, that helped us build it. So tonight, I don't know what your playhouse may look like. You know, I don't know what your project is this year or this month, but you're around people that I want to help you build with you. You know, for you, success may be just earning enough income to pay for your auto ship. And that is great. We want to do that with you. For some of you, maybe gaining a couple $1,000s this month, increasing your check by 10%. And you have to determine that today, tonight on this call. If you're spending your holiday weekend with us, it tells me that you're taking your business serious. It tells me that you are seeking success and a change. So with all the promotions we have going on, again, we want to help you earn them. You know, the first promo, and I'll share my screen one last time and I'll talk a little bit about the promotions. The first promotion that you have to run towards is the cash prizes. So I don't have the actual flyer, but I want to show my screen and I'll show you some numbers. Your first goal tonight is enrolling 1 or 2 people to earn the $50 bonus. So I'm going to explain this because it's very different than what we've done in the past. We're not telling you go enroll 5. We're not telling you go enroll 6. You determine your pace and path on how you earn it. So $198 of new enrollment volume, not upgrades, new enrollment volume. So that can be 1 person Well, that can be 2. So if you enroll 2 people with a Jumpstart pack here, you earn $50 extra on top of the other commissions you receive. So I think everyone on this call can achieve that tonight. I know some of you guys can achieve the $150 bonus already. It's $495 of new enrollment volume. Again, it can be multiple enrollments. It could be one enrollment. If you enroll $1,000 this month, you earn an extra $300 in bonuses. If you enroll $1,500 of new enrollment volume, you get $600. And if you enroll $2,000, you earn an extra $1,000 bonus. So tonight, I told you I'll give you tangibles on what to do. For this promotion, the first thing I'll tell you to do is as you scroll through Facebook, I know who here has Facebook. I have Facebook. I know everyone here has Facebook. I guarantee everyone has Instagram. I guarantee not everybody has TikTok. I refuse to jump on that on TikTok yet, but I know everyone here has Facebook. So tonight, as we jump off the call, as you go back to your phone, or tomorrow morning when you are scrolling through Facebook, I want you to do one thing. I want you to go watch stories on your Facebook. And I want you to DM someone. I want you to private message someone. When you look at someone's story and you hit message, it's automatically a private conversation with them. And all I want you to say is like, I like the outfit you're wearing. Your kids look great. You don't talk about Zilis, don't talk about the products, don't talk about the business, but I want you to start that conversation with them. I want you to do that with a few people that you have in your heart and mind to share the products with in the future. So find someone as you scroll on Facebook and click on their story and message them. And I guarantee you, in that conversation, one or two things are going to happen. They're going to ignore your message, which is okay, right? But guess what? It's going to tell you on Facebook Messenger if they've read it, right? So, or second, they're going to respond and you can start a conversation with them. So that's the first thing I want you to do tonight and tomorrow in the next 24 hours. Start conversations. I won't tell you the number of people to contact. You choose that. You decide how many people you want to talk to this evening in the next 24 hours. Next, as you are around people this 4th of July, I want you to be intentional as to how you're going to share the products and the business. Again, as you are around people this 4th of July, I want you to have a list of people who you're going to be intentional to sharing the product and the business. 4th of July is a beautiful holiday that I know you're going to be around family and friends. I know you're going to be around new people. If you feel like you've run out of leads, I know you're going to meet someone new this 4th of July. The next promotion that we have that I want to just quickly talk about is the generational check match. And again, these promotions, they stack with each other. If you unlock, again, that's why the cash craze enrollment is so important, because once you unlock that first tier of $198, you're unlocking the first requirement to earning and increasing your check match bonus. So if you increase your sales volume by 5% over the prior month and you enroll $198 of new volume, we will double your check match. Now, if you increase your sales volume by 10% over the previous month and enroll $495 of new volume, we'll triple your check match. Now, I'll show you a quick example of this is an actual person in our system that I pull some numbers, and we're happy to do this with you guys. Again, like Lisa, Hal, the corporate team, Bo, myself, we want you to earn these bonuses, and we want you to know what's the potential for you to earn. So if you feel like you don't know how to pull these numbers, it's okay. We'll sit down with you individually on Zoom to walk you through the system on how to unlock these bonuses. So this person, leader example 1, their check match or their generational bonus for June was $641. So that was their generational bonus on June. If they achieved the double generational bonus, they would have earned $1,200, or they're going to earn $1,200 in July. For tripling their check, it's going to be $1,900. So I'm able to pull their generational bonus for June, so their base, their check that they're going to double, and we're able to pull as well your business volume. So this person had a business volume of 14,946. So their target July goal for 5% is increasing it by 747 points. Very doable, right? Very doable. The team can do that together. Their July target for the 10% is 1495. Again, it's not a big number. And if they do that with the new enrollment, they can unlock these checks. So we have all this information for you guys as well. All the steps on how you can find this number is a June generational bonus and your total business volume. Once you're in the system, we made all these reports available for free. You don't have to have the pro account on our cloud. It's free. So all you have to do is go to your reports, follow these steps, and you can unlock how much you need to increase your volume. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed with trying to figure out the 5% and 10%, what that increase is. If you focus on the enrollment cash for Craze bonus, you automatically will walk into the 5% increase. So the last example I'll show you is this leader. Their June bonus was $1,300. If they double their generational bonus, that's $2,651. If they triple the bonus, if they unlock the triple generation bonus, it's $3,900. So it's significant income, significant bonuses that we want to give away. And you guys, it's the 2nd of July. We have plenty of time. We can fill our list. If you feel like you have run out of leads, if you feel like you don't have people to contact, what better way the 4th of July, being intentional and meeting new people. And I can't wait to be meeting you guys tomorrow on the Freedom Call. If we don't see you guys tomorrow and you need help trying to figure out your bonuses and your generational check or your increase of volume, we're happy to meet with you as well. So Lisa, I don't know, any questions you might have for me, anything I missed that I need to cover?
Well, I think, first of all, we want to say thank you again to covering this with us. Well, not only for covering it with us, but the corporate staff, which you, hey, team, I just want you to know that Luis is primarily a field guy who's wearing a suit. Not really.
Right.
He is like, you cut his, and he bleeds field, to us, not corporate. But we're so grateful that he's at corporate. We need a guy like Luis there. I mean, really do. And he is doing a great job of helping bring the message to corporate on a regular basis, like daily, of here's what the field is feeling, here's what they are needing. And right now, we're getting this cash opportunity because primarily, really, I think that Luis and Bo went to battle for you guys and for us to get these bonuses available to us. I mean, I think they went to battle for us. So they won a victory in the sense that they won the opportunity for us to go for these particular bonuses this month. And we're going to break that down again. I think, Luis, I think Lisa and I probably can handle the questions. We don't want to keep you from playing in that beautiful playhouse this evening.
But we loved seeing it. And I loved all the things that you said. I took notes, Luis, on just, your words of wisdom. This is really an elite group of people here. I mean, if you're on this call on a holiday, you're a very special person with special mission in your heart. And Luis, I know you're one of those amazing people. We're so fortunate to have you to mentor us. Thank you so much for making it clearer. And I'm just going to pause here for just a minute. If anyone has a specific question for Luis, do you mind, Luis, taking just a few questions?
Yeah. No, we're going to stick around and answer questions too. So is there anything specific for Luis? They must trust us to be able to answer.
There you go.
I figured they were going to ask you for the plans for
the plans for the playhouse. That needs to be.
Oh, I know.
That needs to be in a magazine.
Amazing.
And your
Yeah.
children and family are just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Like
We are truly blessed.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
So no questions for Luis, then we'll let him
Thank you so much for tonight.
Yeah.
head
for sure.
out.
We'll see you
Everybody
guys.
Zoom wave for Luis. Give him thanks for being with us. And we have a couple more things that we'd like to share with you guys. Yeah, I love it. Marsha's doing the heart. So Luis, you will hear from us for sure.
All right. Well, that
Well,
was great.
I wanted to show you guys something just because this had Hal and I talking a lot about, let's see here if I can find, hang on just one second. I'm going to look for a document that I wanted to share with you guys as well. So hold on just one second.
For those on Facebook that are hanging on, we're glad that you're here. You know, Zilis has started doing Facebook Live along with Zoom. And so we thought we would throw that into our elevation call tonight. And I actually saw a few names who I hadn't seen on our elevation call in a while, as well as some of you double dippers who are on both. But we're really glad that you're here. We understand, we know that you're not seeing the things that we're seeing, but we're glad you're here and hope that you're getting some of this and that you may ask for this recording or find it on YouTube once we put it back out here in
Under
a day or
Team
two.
Unlimited.
Under Team Unlimited.
So you guys, this is really what I wanted everyone to understand. And remember, this is what we're talking about. This is
That screen. Oh, here.
Oh.
Reduce that so you can see it.
That's okay. I
Oh,
can
you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So these are the two, if you just learn this, in terms of learning entrepreneurship, learning how our compensation plan works, there's two different types of volume at Zilis. And some of you guys might think this is super elementary, but others of you are brand new and you're like, this is like a lot of numbers and I'm not really sure how to read them. So the two different types of volume, one of them is binary and the other one is generational. And so when you understand that the binary only deals with enrollment kits, and so when you're starting your business, you're really, that's the way that you're onboarding people through the 5 different enrollment kits: Jumpstart, wholesale customer, bronze, silver, and gold primarily. Those are the 5 enrollment kits. And so
let's stop just to put a pause for that to sink in for a minute. The way that you build your business and that you earn income in the beginning is you begin to build a binary volume through building a team of people right and left. And so when you enroll those people, you get what's called binary volume. And right now, for this month, when you enroll people everywhere from Jumpstart all the way up through gold, doesn't matter. This month, it doesn't matter what you enroll because they're not looking at gold kit, silver kit, bronze kit, Jumpstart, whatever. They're looking at the dollar amount that the people who enroll spend with you. So for example, you're going to build binary volume through enrolling people. And that's what that's about. Okay.
And
I just wanted to pause for a second.
Thank you. And so that's why I have 3 different things to the side of every kit. You know, we have the BV, business volume, that you get when you have an enrollment. You also have the dollars. That's what this promotion is really dealing with, is the sales dollars. And then you also have a percent, which, you know, if it's a business kit, then that's the percent of commission in the binary, which we're not really talking about.
Set that aside.
Set it
That'll
aside.
confuse you. Don't pay attention to that tonight.
But you think about it, you know, for a new ambassador, primarily your volume is going to be that binary volume because you're just bringing people in. They haven't even made their first auto ship yet.
So for example, normally when you enroll someone, let's use this, you know, to dive deep. Normally over the last month with the new Jumpstart, which we've now had in place for a couple of months, they've made the bronze value kit and the bronze enrollment kit. They've created a new place to enroll people for $99. Bronze is $399. Okay. And you can enroll a business builder for $99. Now they get less product, but that's okay. They're coming into the business for $99 and they can pick that product. So you, as an ambassador, in enrolling them, you get $10 from the company in your binary pay for that $99 enrollment. That's what you get. You do another one, you get another $10.
It's a fast start.
As a fast start payment. That's binary pay. Now, that's that. This month, if you enroll 2, and then what you've done is you've taken a $99 enrollment and another $99 enrollment. The two of those added together add up to $198 of money spent now in Zilis that's new. And so you got the $10, and they go, oh, they just qualified for the extra $50 cash because they enrolled two. And it added up to over $198, which is kind of the beginning point. So they're paying a bonus on what we always do in enrolling, and that's get paid for those kits. Let's take one more example, just really quick, and say, let's say you enrolled four jump starts. So that's $400. All right. And let's say you've done that $400 in enrollments, values, 99, 99, 99, 99. Okay. Just a little short of 400. So what it's going to take is for you to enroll one more of those, or maybe a bronze kit or a silver kit, to get over that 495, which is the next point. And let's say you did that. So you're going to get $10, $10, $10, $10. That's $40 for each, for the enrollments of four. One more, that's 50. So you would normally for that month get $50 in the fast start pay, but they're going to pay a bonus of $150 to you should you go over that 495 for the month on those enrollments, all those people adding up together. So again, I want to keep it simple, but I did want to take a deeper dive into that. Is that okay?
Absolutely. And so if that's clear, what binary volume is, then the other type of volume, and there's only two, the other type of volume is called generational volume. And this is going to grow as you mature your organization, as you convert your new enrollment kits to longer term auto ships. I've never seen an auto ship special like the Glow Shield special that's going on right now. And we'll talk about that in a minute, but the auto ships are all considered generational volume. And also any extra customer orders, if people order case supplies, any of those all go into generational volume. And ultimately, you've heard Bo say this, it's the greatest source of income. And the higher your rank, the more levels that you get paid on. And so tonight, I want to make sure everybody understands the two types of volume and what is generational volume, because, you know, I built this business and I'm going on 7 years, and we've retained a lot of people that we've been able to enroll and then convert to auto ship. And so our generational volume is a larger piece for us than who we're going to enroll, if that makes sense.
So your generational volume, keeping it really simple, consists of your team of people. And in your team of people, those are people that you got paid on when they enrolled. You got paid a fast start bonus. Going forward from that point forward, you get paid a generational payment based upon what they order month after month after month thereafter. And if they are customers, and that's all they are, and there's many people that are just customers who are ordering month after month after month these products, you're getting paid based upon the volume that they do, along with all your other customers. But then there are also those that have built a team themselves, and because you brought them in or someone on your team brought them in, they too are ordering on a monthly basis, and that adds up to a cumulative monthly amount in volume called generational volume, the whole accumulation. And so over time, as that accumulates, you're paid monthly based upon, to keep it simple, what they spend month after month, whether it's auto ship or special orders or whatever. And so you're paid on that generational volume. And so they take the volume and convert it into dollars and pay you.
Right.
So that's the basics of it.
So whereas it might be a little bit confusing to see all the numbers, because like when we talk about this promotion, the Crazy for Cash, what Hal just talked about, this is about binary enrollments.
If you haven't taken a picture of this, you need to.
And this came to your email, so it's floating around everywhere. But then this is what is so unique about July. And there's a lot of information on this slide, and I want you to even pay attention to it.
It's kind of busy. So
just look at the generational bonus, because this is something we don't really talk about a lot. Like what is your volume? And I will ask people that I work with, like Christina, what is your volume for June?
We're not asking you to tell
And
us.
you don't have to tell us that, but she
Tonight.
knows. Christina has been and dived in her back office, and we've done some calls together going through her back office. She has a mature organization so that she knows what her volume numbers are in terms of her generational volume. That's
She knows
how many
what June was.
She knows what June was. That's how many auto ships that go out. It's just what we've talked about. But what Zilis is doing this month, which I love because it helps everyone.
And they've never done it before.
They've never done it before, is to say, find the number. What was your generational volume for June? Then I want you to grow it 5% if you want a double bonus, or 10% if you want a triple bonus. And that also ties into the increased new volume from the binary. So if you really, and Hal and I, like Saturday, we were like diving through our numbers.
I started digging in. We started digging in and said, what are our numbers? What are our numbers? What are our goals based upon our present numbers? What is it going to take for us to get the double pay? So we've done that. Let's go back. We got excited for a second.
We did get excited for a second, but here's the thing. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you guys, I didn't know where to find my own generational volume number. Like, I know how to find my volume, but I didn't know how to find what I'm being paid on for just generational part of my organization. So I go to reports, just write it down.
Write this order down. It's in your back office. Reports first. It's
and
at
then
the top of the screen.
Earnings report, and it's projected. You can look at the projection because we haven't been paid out on June yet. So just look at the projection and see what you're making on your generational volume. It's going to start with 0 when you're brand new, and it's going to go up toward a higher number the longer that you have been doing the business. And so in terms of lessons for entrepreneurship, that generational bonus is your residual income, because the more people that we can actually convert to auto ship that love these products, that get rewarded for, reward points and all those things, the more people that we retain, that actually translates to a residual income check. It's money that you're earning over and over, because these are highly consumable products that people love and can't find anywhere else.
I honestly believe this to be true. I think that everyone who really wants to earn income with Zilis, especially now, I think there are moments in time when you can earn significant income with any company, but with Zilis, without really knowing the comp plan. I mean, it's just like water is running downhill and you're being carried by it. There's times, very few times. This is not one of those times. This is not one of those times. But this is one of those times that the company says, if you can understand this and you can do it, if you'll dig in and make a commitment, and you make a commitment to do it, we're going to pay you a lot more money than we typically pay you for the same activities. And so a side benefit of doing the action is you learn what the back office is. You learn what this means, and you eventually can teach that then to your team. There's so much that they're doing with this particular bonus, though it's confusing to some of you. If you go, oh, that's too confusing, I don't want to know that, that's fine. You just made a decision not to do it. You literally did, and that's fine. But if you want to do it, then you have to make the decision. Okay, I'm still confused, but I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to learn it quickly. Like now, I'm going to learn it.
The other thing is just finding your base volume. And this is something that we're here to help you find this if you can't, but you just log into the cloud, go to reports, rank research, and you do not have to have the pro software for this, which is wonderful that the company is making this available to everyone. Select the month that you're wanting to look at volume. We're looking at June right now, and then scroll down until you find the period, find the total BV. That is what your June volume was. And then you can do the math, get a number for 5% growth and a number for 10% growth. And then let's write them down. That's kind of what Hal and I did. We just wrote 5 and 10% to get those numbers.
Not kind of, we were very specific.
Yeah, we were very specific
we
about
found the number and we said, what's 5% of that? What's it going to take? What's 10% of that? What's it going to take? So we wrote our number down, and
And the other thing I want to add, and my good friend Susan Everett, she asked me to share my recommendation for the shield. So The auto ship special right now, and you guys, you have to know, Glow is one of the most amazing products that I've ever utilized as a holistic nurse coach. Literally, it is not a weight loss product like it was originally positioned. It is a product that has 32
So
different
much
health
better than
benefits.
that.
It's so much better than just weight loss. I mean, if you want to lose weight, you can cut off your right arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Weight loss does not have to be healthy. You know, people who do drugs lose weight. You know, weight loss is not especially a health thing always. But Glow, guys, is about inflammation. It's about stress. You know, ask Dr. Stephen Todd in his sleep overview. He gives a great overview of Glow. We've got a lot of those floating around. But right now, if you commit to buy Glow on auto ship, they throw in Shield for free. And so if you think about it, you either have some Shield for free because they've been giving it away on your reward points. And then let's just say you've already got a stockpile of some Shield. How can you use that to build your business?
Yeah. So what we were going to recommend is take the extra Shield that you have, and there's not everybody has it, but a lot of people have Shield right now and even going forward. So what we're saying is package it, reach in, tear the top off the thing, open it up, grab 5, okay, 5 or 10.
I like kind of 10 packs.
Okay,
personally.
10 packs, great. Do 10,
you have
whatever.
enough,
If you
do
got
10
that many,
packs.
do 10, doesn't matter. Put them in another bag, wrap them up, put a little bow on them, and then say to people, look, we're already giving you a great deal with Jumpstart for $99. Pick Glow, we'll add some Shield to it. What we want you to do is get it as soon as possible. And then by the end of the month, what we would recommend is that you put it on your auto ship for next month here in July. And if you make that decision, Miss Customer or Mr. Customer, if you can move that fast with your thinking, then what we're going to recommend you do by the end of this month is set your auto ship up to receive Glow and Shield for $99 for your lifetime, forever going forward. That decision has to be made in July. This special on this deal is not, you don't get to make that decision in August. You don't get to make that decision in September. You have to make that decision now. But for a potential customer, and this is why we're trying to get this message to you now, get busy now to help people the most, to get the Jumpstart, get them on product, give them Shield. If they haven't got their Glow, give them a few Glows if you got them to get them started and get it back product from them. But for sure, get them on product, and then help them by the end of the month to make the decision to get Glow and Shield on their auto ship for $99 for both. It's a $200 purchase value. You can get it for half price. And the BV then remains at $70.
Right, at 70
BV.
BV. So here's the thing. Before you give anyone product, you want to ask something in return. And so I wouldn't say just give your product, whether it's 5, 7, or 10 sticks of Shield away. What you want to ask from people is, look, this is a very, very important and impactful health product. And so it's really important for me that I'm going to get back to you in 5, 7, or 10 days. I want to just hear what your user experience was with Shield. And then I'm going to tell you how to get it free for life.
Now, remember, what we're not recommending just go give your Shield away and then follow up and then sign them up.
Right.
What we're recommending this month is get them to get them into the Jumpstart. It's better than the wholesale pack.
It's an incentive to get somebody on Jumpstart.
And just say, look, I'm going to add in another value to you to try another product. And so, I know that we're talking fast, but I'm telling you guys right now, if you're going to sleep through this month, don't do it. If you're going to sleep through 2 or 3 days, I know we got 4th of July, we got barbecues and fireworks and family, all that stuff. But I'm telling you, if there was ever a time to re-engage yourself actively, or for you new people, just say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm running, man. I'm going to run at this thing. I don't have to know everything. I'm just going to do this. This is the month to do that. I mean, like now.
We've never had these kind of tools and offers before.
So let's just, have we done
we're going to
raise your
pause
hand
right
if you
now.
have a question. Please make this about questions, not so much about affirmations. What do we do here?
Yeah, we're going to say goodbye to.
Bye, Facebook friends.
Thank you guys for
you
being on.
tuning in. We'll try this again in the future.
Okay. All right, because I want to give my full attention to people who logged in.
All right. So anybody
Okay,
here?
so guys, we would love to hear from you. I know we've thrown a lot at you tonight. But if you have questions,
Let's
if you have
let's do
comments.
the first bonus, which is your enrollments. All right, let's questions about that first. Anybody? The cash bonuses. Any questions?
Okay, and then any questions about generational bonus, what it means? Susan?
Yeah, I have one, and there's also Melissa has one in the chat.
Okay.
So I just wanted to be sure about this. So do you have to be a certain rank? And I think I can, once I look at the generational report, it may answer that. But do you have to be a certain rank to get the benefit of generational volume of the people? Not, I understand you get it from the people that you enroll, no matter what rank you are, but the people that I enroll. So in other words, for one or two generations down, do you have to be a certain rank to get that added to your
Yes.
report?
There is a diagram. Let me see if I can get my phone here. Just, but do you remember the diagram that shows you associate, and it has associate, city, community, all the different ranks, and then it goes 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%.
Yep.
That shows you exactly where you're going to get paid, what level you're going to get paid on 5% based on your rank.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Okay, all right.
Well,
Makes sense.
so that's a good question,
This
but
one right
don't
here.
let it slow you down at all. I mean, don't dive too deep into the weeds for this moment on that. And so what do you have to be, Lisa,
So
to get paid from Zilis? You've
so-
got to have what?
yeah, so in order to get paid, you have to be an associate in order to get paid 5% on level 1. So what is an associate? Who knows what that is?
Person on the right and person on the left.
There you go. Thank you.
On
Who's
auto
auto
ship.
ship?
Right.
On auto ship. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then a community ambassador, which is 1,000 in volume, has at least 3. They get paid 5% on level 1 and 5% on level 2. And then city is 5, 5, and 5. It gets down 3 levels.
And what we mean by levels is you personally sponsor, and then they sponsor, and that person sponsors. The last one I just mentioned is on your level 3. Now, if we dive too deep, it's going to confuse them.
Yeah,
on
and-
that.
and-
So
and
we're
I'm
not
just-
gonna
okay.
go there.
Does that help, Susan?
Yep, that answered my question.
Okay, and it's an incentive to always be trying to get the next rank.
And-
That's for all of us. And so I'm looking at Melissa's question. So if you're new, anything you increase in July is potentially doubled or tripled, exception of generational, because you don't have a downline yet.
So because you don't have a downline, Melissa, your focus is enrolling new people this month. In other words, you have no basis of a team. All right. And there's some that are this way who have been around a while. They just haven't added anybody because they're customers and they haven't even tried to add anybody. But if you're new, your focus this month is, who can I add to my team? Who can I bring into the business? Who can I bring on as a customer at any of the positions available with the Jumpstart all the way up through Gold? The more dollars accumulative by the end of the month, let's say you bring in 2 people and the total amount they spent for the whole month was $200. Okay. You're going to get an extra $50 plus the 10 and 10. So you're going to get $70. But if you enroll 20 people at the same enrollment piece, that adds up at the same Jumpstart. 20, that's $2,000 in dollars spent that you brought in through the Jumpstarts. You're going to get $10 for all 20. So that's 10 times 20 is what, 200. Plus, if you noticed, $2,000 of income into the company this month, they pay you an extra $1,000 in that bonus. That's where new people need to focus, is enrolling people.
And that's why, like, bottom line, I'd say for all of us, our goal should be to enroll 2 new people with Jumpstart. Just minimum. I think it's a great minimum goal. And, it's a challenge for all of us to, I mean, a lot of us who've been in the business feel like we've already burned our list.
So for Lisa and I, just to give a real picture here, we have the goal of enrolling, I'm not sure how many, but we're going to go for like as many new enrollees as we can.
Okay.
All right. Because we want to get that.
Right.
But because we have a larger generational volume already in place, should we do the 5 and 10% increases over that volume as a whole team? Well, that's going to be our bigger check. It's going to increase that because we've been building teams for a while.
Does that make sense, Melissa? Okay, and then the other question, oh, go ahead.
No, I said absolutely.
Okay. And then the other thing is, which is more like ultracell? Is that what you were going to ask? Glow or shield? So ultracell, and many of you guys know that is a full spectrum hemp oil with the majority of cannabinoids in the form of cannabidiol or CBD. CBD is in Glow. It also has THCV and CBDV in Glow. Glow has 3 times the amount of cannabinoids that ultracell does, but it is mainly a CB1 receptor activator. So Shield is actually a CBG, which is a CB2 activator, which is why we use them together. So the answer to which is more like ultracell is Glow, if that makes sense. It's a lot, it's different than ultracell,
But it's the one that's the most like CBD.
but it is the most like, just like
And
CBD.
a lot of people replace their CBD with Glow, or they go back and forth. So
I use the liquids in the morning and I use the powders in the afternoon. It's just like, they give
but
me
we're in a
little bit of
position to
energy.
be able to do that.
Yeah,
Not everybody is.
we do.
And beginners are not typically, in the sense that they just don't have that necessarily in their.
So here's my
wellness
question for
cabinet.
you guys. And you can use the little sophisticated reaction tool, or you can use your hands. How many of you guys want to set a goal for July? We're taking a picture. No, I'm just teasing.
I see heads being nodded.
I see heads nodding.
And hands going up.
We want,
And if you're in the chat and you don't, not on the screen, which is some of you, just send us a text or something.
I see you, Susan. Where'd the chicken go, Shelley?
Well, so how many want to, but my question is how many are going to? Honestly, this is a not want to month. This is, I'm going to commit to do
Okay.
this for my, there you go. That's a different deal. You know, three frogs sitting on a log. They all decided to jump off, you know,
I see
two-
that,
two-
Steve and Jenny. She's
2 weeks later, they're all dried up, all sitting on the log because they didn't jump off. They just decided to.
nanu. Well, you guys, we are here to help you. And I want everybody to understand how much we value working as a team. What's beautiful is, and we'll finish with this. I was telling Marcia Smith, who I want to shout out to, because Marcia she'll be texting me, and she just did a major upgrade to gold. And that took a lot of confidence and belief. You know, she's out there in Buffalo, New York, all by herself, standing on trust and belief. And I said, Marcia, this is the way I think about what our job is I'm going to tell the first part. I'm going to let Hal tell the second part. But the first
Hope
part
I
of
get it
this,
right.
when you're really kind of embarking on this journey and you've got a goal, say to find 2 people, consider yourself to be in a huge arena with a lot of flat rocks all over the arena. There's thousands of them, and your job is to flip them up and to decide if they're a customer, if they're maybe a potential business partner, or if they just say, no, I'm not interested at all. Your job is to flip them over and to find out who's who. And when you're all by yourself in this business, like Melissa was saying, you don't have a downline yet. It's you flipping rocks all by yourself.
No, not interested. No, show up. No.
And here,
Oh,
let's talk about
customer.
the
Okay,
numbers.
great.
A lot of times if you're tracking how many people you're talking to and what is the outcome, it might be 1 out of 10 that it's going to be either a customer or, a yes. And that can be really demoralizing if you don't understand that this is just the way numbers work. It's the law of averages. As you get better at it, you're maybe going to get 2 out of 10, but it's still, you got to find and get that many people in your funnel, which Bo will talk about tomorrow night. And that is going to be the second
And
part
so
of the
you're
training.
flipping over the rocks.
So you're flipping rocks in the arena until,
Well, and you get paid for those that say yes. And this month you get paid more, right? That's what happens this month. You get paid for those that come in and say, yes, I want to do that. I want to get products. I want to do this thing. You're in there, but here's what is your turnover rocks. No. In your arena, in your world, right there. No. Yes, customer. No. Yes, customer. No. Yes, customer. No. Yes, business builder. Somebody wants to do this with you. Oh, you know what you just did? You still have a bunch more rocks in your arena to turn over. But now what you do is you go over into their arena with them and help them start turning over rocks. And so you're with them when they get no. Yes, customer. No. Yes, customer. All the while, though, you're also during the dark of the night, you're going back over into your field because you're not done. You're going to flip over more rocks in your field. But now you actually have a team where you're working in 2 fields. Now imagine that those people turn over a business builder. Now you get to help them go turn over rocks in another field. So now you're working in 3 arenas, and maybe there was 1,000 in your arena to start with, rocks to flip over. Now you get 3,000 rocks to turn over. So that just means more people on your team, which means your generational volume grows over time by flipping over those rocks. So, here's the deal. A lot of people stop flipping over rocks. People say, the boulders, they're not rocks. They're not pebbles like they used to be. They're boulders. I can't get them turned over. That's too big. It's like this phone weighs 10,000 pounds when I start to call somebody. So, that's where doubt comes in. That's where fear comes in. That's why you have to discard the doubt, change your mind, run after it. Those rocks are not that heavy. Start flipping them over. The more you flip over, the lighter they get. And then you got to help show the other people that, hey, those rocks are not so heavy. They appear heavy, but they're not that heavy.
And last comment on that. This is the way that anyone builds a business. This is not about Zilis.
This is entrepreneurship, guys.
Entrepreneurship,
this
guys.
Is freedom you're fighting for.
Absolutely. So great comment. Kristen, did you have a question? You had your hand up.
Thank you. It's not really a question, but it's something I'd just like to offer up.
Please.
Thank you. One is that I took it. I'm so glad that they extended the $99 because I planted a lot of seeds and I just took the approach of nice and easy. And while I'm excited definitely about the business opportunity for others, the cash involvement and stuff, I just took that position of getting people on product. And when you look at this $99 position, and for new people, talk to the person who brought you to the call and get the little health assessment, because everywhere we go, there's a conversation. We can listen to people. I'm more seasoned, so I talk to more people, but every day there's people. And if we listen, we can learn some things and say, what if I can help you? And then offer a product at $99, jumpstart, take kind of the whole, kind of generalize about it. And then because of the blessing bonus that we get, one of our first benefits, and because we do get free products as being loyal people, customers and loving these products, is that I do have extra shield. So like Amari's on the phone today here, she and I started, and we just started getting on the product. And then when I can offer either the shield, my blessing bonus, along with the glow enrollment, or just some product, like you said, to get them started on it, then I can also be able to show them that I get a blessing bonus. I can also show them how to use star points and star gifts, which leads into the auto ship of the $99 next month. Same thing, you're going to get your glow and shield. So for new people, those conversations are really pretty easy. Just got to get it started. The first one. And then Amari may not come to the line, but I'm just really excited to say that we've got a couple new people here in Atlanta. Emmanuel might not be on, but Amari also, who have some health and wellness and nutritional. Hi, Amari.
Thank Amari.
You for joining us after your long day. Yeah.
We just want to welcome you to the call. Glad you're here tonight, and welcome to the team. And you got some great leadership there. And
Kristen and Eric are amazing. So thank you so much.
We look forward to visiting with you as well. Have we visited with her? I haven't.
We've not.
Okay.
Kristen, thank you so much, great. Kristen, for all that great.
So I want to make a comment about what Kristen just said. So she did exactly right. She introduced new people to the team and so forth. But some of the things she just said, and kind of in a moment of time, shared with us as a way to build your business and to communicate with people. She held up some cards and so forth. So, that is a tool that she has grown into and that she's learned how to use. Bringing people to the call, building a team. She's grown into that. Kristen and Eric are business builders and have been for a while. Okay. They've learned this through the actions over time. And one of the things that we're going to close with is this. Promotions like this are absolutely awesome. They do not come. This kind of promotion that they're doing here in July do not come along that often. You mentioned the Jumpstart. It started as a promotion. It sounds like it may stick. It may stick like permanently. We don't know. It looks like they've done 3 months in a row. We hope that it does. So a promotion became something that stuck. I can tell you that they're not going to double pay and triple pay on generational volume going forward. But one of the things that they are working on, and we're so excited about going to a leadership conference, Lisa and I, and very few other leaders are going to Dallas at late July. And we're working on a way, to put it succinctly, to give better training, better focused training in identifying people who are truly business builders, who really want to recruit and build teams. And then people who are more like sharers for now, and they want to be the most effective sharing people without necessarily wanting to learn all the things that it means to be a builder. And then people who are really maybe social media people who really say, I just want to build with social media. I don't really want to do all the other things. And so they're developing, we hope that they're developing tracks. And I will tell you that if Zilis doesn't do it, we're going to do it. But we believe we've gotten Zilis to the place where they're saying, we understand we need this, we're going to move forward with it. And we really are hoping that that's coming in the future. Again, we've talked about it before, we don't have the details. But I think the biggest frustration is when you bring people on board and you really need to give them better service of how they can become successful. And one of the things you do is motivate them, but the other thing, you have to train them and work with them and help them get going. So.
Awesome. Kristen, thank you. Amari, is that correct? Amari, what a beautiful name. Welcome to the team, girl. We're going to go ahead and stop recording here.